Luther Ernest Vipond was born at Brooklyn on the 20th of September 1914. Growing up, Luther attended the Brooklyn Public and Continuation School along with his brothers. Luther was an avid sports player, playing almost every sport. In this 1935 Brooklyn soccer team photograph, you can see Luther back row, second from the left. Luther also loved hockey. Here you can see Luther with his brothers in this 1935 photograph. In the late 1930s, Luther and his twin brother Louis moved to Northern Ontario to find work as nickel miners. Eventually, the young men returned to Brooklyn. When war broke out, Luther joined the Nova Scotia Highlanders, taking part in the D-Day invasion in Normandy in 1944. Luther later transferred to the Queen's Own Rifles and fought throughout Europe. Luther was later injured during his time in France and returned back home with the Nova Scotians. After being discharged from the army, Luther became a farmer and ran a water station. Luther continued with his sporting activities and was on several hockey and lacrosse teams. You can see Luther in this 1947 Whitby hockey team photograph, front row, second from the left. Luther was most known, however, for his involvement in lacrosse, participating as a player and coach. Luther was also appointed as manager of the Brooklyn Memorial Arena, serving in this position for 30 years. In 1969, Luther also helped lead the Brooklyn Redmen lacrosse team win the Mann Cup. Luther had one child, Peter Vipond, who followed in his father's footsteps, playing lacrosse. Unfortunately, however, on May the 24th, 1982, Luther died following a car accident in Ashburn. The Brooklyn Memorial Arena was later renamed the Luther Vipond Memorial Arena in honor of Luther.